Today I'm going to show you how to sew your first pair of pointe shoes. The very first thing you're going to do is put your dancer's shoes on. You don't need to wear the toe pads, but just put them on, and you're going to adjust the drawstring. So you're going to pull that snug, and each dancer is going to have a little bit different size. So you're going to double knot that, and then I did both sides. So I adjusted this already on a student of mine, and then you're gonna cut that off so that there's just about 1.5 to 2 inches left. And you wanna make sure you don't tie that too tight, or it's gonna constrict the circulation. So you wanna just cut off the excess of the drawstring. Not all pointe shoes have drawstrings, so if yours doesn't, don't worry about it. But if it does, you wanna double knot it. You don't want that to come out. Once you've done the drawstring, you're going to measure the elastic on your dancer, and you want it to basically make a U-shaped loop around the ankle, and you want it to pull about 50%, so don't make it too tight. And I'm going to have you sew it on the outside of the pointe shoe for the first year pointe student, so that it just decreases the amount of blisters they'll get. So if you sew it on the inside, you can do that. The second year, that's what I'm going to have all my students do, is to sew it on the inside because it looks cleaner. But for the first year pointe student, I'm going to have you sew it on the outside just for the rubbing that's going to happen. So you're going to go down about 1 inch, and I'm going to show you how to thread your needle. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to put that thread through your needle, and you're going to double the thread, and you want to make probably a pretty long strand of thread to start with. And I'm using the Bunheads thread that you can get at most dance stores and online. It's a little thicker thread, and it's waxed, so it's not going to break. You're going to put that in your fingers, wrap it around, pull that down, and then pull, and you've got a knot. Okay, so you're going to sew the elastic just on the back of the heel, and you're going to start at the top, work your way down, and then you're also going to attach it at the top. You're going to just attach that knot at the top, and then you're going to continue stitching all the way around that elastic. This thread is really thick, so you don't have to stitch that much. Okay, so I've stitched all the way around the elastic, but you're not done yet. You need to attach it at the top, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You don't want to attach it to the drawstring. You want to just go through the top of it without getting the drawstring, and that way it's going to hold flush to the foot. And so you're just going to stitch across the very top of that without getting that drawstring. Okay, so now that's good and secure. That elastic's not going anywhere. You want to double knot it, and you're just going to go through the elastic. And this is a good, easy way to loop it like that, and then you're going to bring that through a couple of times, and then pull it, and you've got a knot. Just pull it tight, and then you just trim off the excess. So that's one piece of the elastic, and now we're just going to repeat it on the other side. We're going to make that loop on the other side, and again, you're about 1 inch down, and you're going to just stitch all the way around again. Okay, so we've gone around, and then again, you want to attach at the very top the elastic without hitting that drawstring if you can avoid it. So you're just going to go straight through the elastic, straight through the top. 3 or 4 stitches is about all you're going to need up there. Okay, so we're across the top, and now you just want to knot that. So again, make your loop, and then just bring that needle through a few times, pull tight, and you've got a knot. Okay, so that's what one elastic should look like. And then we're going to repeat the same on the other shoe. So here is the finished elastic. So you've got it sewn all the way around, you've got it sewn on the top. Okay, so now you've got this big string of your ribbon. So you're going to do your ribbon next, and you're going to just unravel it. I like to, so it's basically one piece of ribbon. You're going to cut it in half once with your scissors, and then cut it in half again. So you've got 4 equal pieces. The next step is you're going to take 2 ribbons for one shoe and 2 ribbons for the other shoe. So you've got 4 equal pieces, and you're going to start to make a little square with your ribbon. Okay, so you're going to take that square and you're going to follow the seam. You're going to go just on the inside of the seam, and you're going to slightly angle it towards the foot like that. This one's actually going to go on the inside, not on the outside. And I like to fold that back so you can get at it. So the seam is here and the ribbon is right next to that. So same thing, you're going to stitch all the way around. Try not to get the satin. So you're going to just try to get the inside of that material and sew all the way around. So try your best to not puncture through the satin, because then it won't show on the other side. It'll just be going through that first layer of material. Okay, so I've stitched all the way around, and you're not done. You've got the top here that you're going to do the same as you did the elastic. So you're going to turn that over, and you're going to go straight through that ribbon, and you're just going to attach it at the very top of that drawstring, but try not to get the drawstring again. You're going to go through that, straight through. Get that elastic out of the way so that it attaches flush to the top all the way across the top of that. Usually 4 stitches across the top is good. Okay, so turn it over to the inside. So you've made a complete box, and now you're going to go through the material again, and then you're going to take your loop to make your knot. And you're going to bring that straight through a couple of times, pull it tight, and you've got your knot. So that's all you're going to do there. You're going to go all the way through, cut off the excess. Okay, repeat on the other side. So again, make your square, and then repeat the same process on the other side and go all the way around. Okay, so again, you've finished all the way around. Flip it over, and you're going to sew the top portion right through that satin and all the way through the top portion without getting that drawstring. So that is a completed shoe. You want to leave the ribbons full length. Don't cut them any further. Don't burn the edges. There's nothing else to do. Bring them into class, and then your teacher will show you how to tie them and trim off the excess and burn the edges of the ribbon so it doesn't fray. Okay, so last ribbon. You want it to angle again slightly towards the ankle. Last thing, just turn it over and stitch the top across the top of the ribbon. Okay, we've got our 4 stitches there. Turn it over, make your knot, make sure you go through the material. That's your completed shoe with your long ribbons.